Good everyone, my name is Dan, and welcome to Gordon School of Mathematics. Now, merely looking at this question, you know this is a question on true bearing. Number one says a boy walks 3 kilometers from a point O. So you see the word from there is a word used in true bearing, right? But like I said in my previous class, true bearing is the measurement of a point from another point. Now, number two, the degree is written in 3 figure. That's 3 digits, 046, right? True bearing, also known as 3-digit figure of 3-digit bearing or 3-figure bearing. Now, to solve this question is not difficult at all. The first thing you need to note is that now you need to note from what point the measurement begins. So the boy walks 3 kilometers from a point O. So the point O is our point of origin. So it was moving towards P, but from O. So the bearing of 46 will be measured from point O. Also, every measurement is done from the north and it goes clockwise. So we measure 46 from the north, which is from point O now. 46 will be between 0 and 90. So it will be around somewhere here. So which means it moves like this towards point P. Every point has the north pole, right? Now, this is 46 degrees. If you extend this down, right, this would also be 46 degrees. You will notice I didn't write 046 because it's not part of the question. I'm the one introducing it. And now, why is this place 46 degrees? Like I said in my previous class, that the distance between 2 points, the north poles of 2 points are parallel, right? And if they are parallel, this point and this point will be alternate angle, and alternate angles are the same. So we already measured point P now from point O. Now, and we're told that the distance between O and P is 3 kilometers. So this is 3 kilometers. So let's assume you're a pilot. Now the boy is a pilot. He was facing north. He moved 46 degrees and then he began to journey for 3 kilometers until he got to point P. Now, when he got to point P, he then walks to another point Q on a distance of 4 kilometers on a bearing 136 degrees. So from P, he moved to Q. Note, where did he move from? P. So we take our bearing now from P going towards Q. Always start from the north, going clockwise. So we are measuring 136 degrees. 136 degrees is between 0 and 180 degrees. So it will be somewhere here. So we move 4 kilometers from P to point Q, also having it multiple. So now this is 136 kilometers. You see, we can find this point, right? Because the whole point from this point to this point is 180 degrees. From this point to this point is 136 degrees. It means that from this point, this small point will be gotten by subtracting 136 from 180 degrees. And that gives us 44 degrees. So it means this point is 44 degrees. And if this is 46 degrees, this is 44 degrees, the whole of this space will be 46 plus 44, which is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 degrees, it means that it is a perpendicular angle, an angle at 90 degrees or a right angle. Now, we are now told, calculate the distance from O to Q. From O to Q, this distance. So this is 3 kilometers, this is 4 kilometers, and then we have to find this distance. Now, this is where your knowledge of trigonometry comes to play in bearing and distance. Now, to solve questions under bearing and distance involving right angle triangle, of course, you know from trig, once you have a right angle triangle, to find the side of any right angle triangle, we use Pythagoras theorem, right? Or Pythagoras rule. Now, if we want to find any angle using under right angle triangle, you use your SOHCAHTOA. Now, if you have to find any side or angle of a non-right angle triangle, right, we use either sine rule or we use cosine rule. Now, this is a right angle triangle. Then we use Pythagoras rule to find this side. Let's call it x. The side facing the perpendicular angle is the longest side. And SOHCAHTOA and Pythagoras theorem states that if I take the square of the longest side, which is x now, it is equal to the square sum of the two other sides. That is 3 square plus 4 square. So that x square is equal, 3 square is 9, plus 4 square is 16. And then x square will equal 9 plus 16 is 25. I'm to find x, not x square. So to get x, I take the square root of both sides. If I take the square root of x square, the root will cancel the square, so I have x will equal the square root of 25, which is equal 5. So which means my x is 5 kilometers. If this is your first time of coming across our page, please do it to subscribe, like, share, and comment. You can as well follow us across your social media pages at Jordan School of Mathematics. Till I come your way next time, bye for now.